Hello there. In this particular lecture, we are going to learn about how to apply conditional rendering in React.js. Well, conditional rendering is a powerful way to show or hide the part of the UI based on our condition. Just like if-else statement that we use in the JavaScript. Yes, the same thing we use but in the JSX format, and we provide the condition to decide what to render and what to not. So let's go to our Visual Studio Code and learn about how we do conditional rendering. Let's start. So we are on our app component, right? And what we will do first, we will actually create a variable name is login equals to true, right? And after creating this, what actually it means is basically that in normal ways we do the API call to the backend, and from there we get this information that whether the person is logged in or not. But since we are just working the front end part and trying to understand, we are going to use this particular line, right, where I'm just giving the name variable as true. Fine. So inside this div, I'm going to call a child component, which is this, right? I'm going to call this. So for that, I will use a tag which is says child component, and it got imported. Now I will pass this is login as a prop. So login information as wait as here I will write the is login, right? So I have called the child component, and inside of it I have given this information as a prop. Now let's go to the child component and call this information as props, sorry, right? Yeah. Now after doing this, what I will do is basically I'm going to apply the conditional rendering, right? So I'm saying that if the props dot, like in props what we have given this login, right? So props dot login, right? If it is true, in that case you do what? You return us what? You return us h2 saying that welcome back. And else if it is false, in that case you return h2, where it will say please login, right? So let's go to our website and check. Okay, there's some mistake. So the text should be white, I guess, right? Yeah. So let's take text to be white. Now you can see it is showing me welcome back. As you can see here, why I'm getting welcome back? Because I have applied the conditional rendering, that is if and else statement in our JSX file. Now if this is true, as I have shared the information as true, if I put it false, then what will happen? Then by this it will render this line of code, which is it will say please login. As you can see, now it is showing please login. So by this method we can do the conditional rendering in our in our React.js. Instead of using this h2, you can write the whole length of code which you want in case of login, and you can write a whole length of code in case of a person is logged out, right? In if I talk about the real life use case of it, well, in this case, in such cases we normally do this thing. We like, if we are creating a button, if we are creating a button and the button is saying log out, right? So if the person is login, then the button will say log out, and if the person is not login, in that case the button will say sorry button will say login, right? You have seen it in your mobile phones or in your websites like this, that when you get login, it show me different thing. Like let's put a class like Let's give the width as 25 and height also as 25. BG is red 500, and similarly let's take this information, get copied here, and give it green, right? Yeah. Now if I go to my website, you can see I'm getting a login button here. Why I'm getting a login button? Because the information is false. In the false, it is running the else statement, which is to login. And in case the person is login, that is true, in that case you will get the logout button, right? This is how it works. I hope you understood it clearly. Now let's move to another example. So in the other example, or the other way of using the conditional rendering, what we can do is that let's remove this if else statement. Now we can also use the ternary operator. For using the ternary operator, you can say that okay, let me show you that return and then the bracket inside of this. I'm saying that there's a div. Now this div is having a h1. This h1 is saying that is okay, props dot login. If it is true, then show me what? In that case, if it is true, show me logout. Else, show me login. Right now, if you go here, you will see I'm getting a logout, and if I put this is login as false, in that case I'm getting a login, right? So this is how we actually work with the conditional rendering with the help of the ternary operator. Fine, I hope you understood it clearly. As you can see here, we in the ternary operator, we first put the command and then we put a question mark, then we write the statement if in the condition if this particular line or the code is true, and in the else case we put the line of code after this column. Fine. So this is how we use the and sorry ternary operator for the conditional rendering. Now we are going to learn about the logical and. So let's now use the logical and operator, right? So for that it is also very easy. Just put a curly bracket, and inside of this we will write the props dot your login, right? If it is true, in that case, and it will show me this, what, that hello, right? Yeah, you will get this only if this is true. This is how your and operator works. Now if you go to the website, you can see I'm not getting anything. Why? Because in the app.jsx it is false. If I make it true, you can see a hello here, right? Yeah. So this is how we use the logical and operator. Fine. So these are the methods of what conditional rendering in your React.js. I hope you understood the concept very clearly. If you do, then make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe the channel. We will meet in the next video with very amazing topics very soon. Till then, goodbye.